Really excited this morning. I'm heading north out of Ballina, about 45 minutes to a little place called Mooball, where I hope to ride the Northern Rivers Rail Trail. Now, the Northern Rivers Rail Trail is the longest rail trail in New South Wales, but it's a little bit misleading at the moment. New South Wales is not great for rail trails. Every other state of Australia has longer rail trails than New South Wales' longest. The Northern Rivers Rail Trail is purported to be 38 kilometres long, but that, as I said, is misleading, and the reason for that is it's eventually going to be about 125 kilometres long. At the moment, there's a 24 kilometre section at the north in the Tweed area, and there's a 14 kilometre section at the south running north out of the town of Casino. So the 24 plus 14 is the 38 kilometres that they use, but they're about 80 kilometres apart. The Tweed section, the northern section, was completed in 2023, and the southern section from Casino was completed in March of 2024, and it's now June of 2024. They are working on an additional 37 kilometre section to continue the southern section through the town of Lismore and out towards Byron Bay, but still 45 kilometres separating, incomplete, between the northern section and the southern section. Now, there's a few reasons I like riding rail trails. They generally go through the countryside away from the main roads, so you get views, etc., that you just wouldn't normally see. And the other reason is that trains aren't designed to go up steep hills, so they tend to be relatively flat. Though the Northern Rivers Rail Trail, there is a section where the angle is at 4.5 degrees. Now, 4.5 degrees sounds like nothing, particularly if you're in a car, but when you're on a bike and you're carrying this sort of weight, plus the weight of the bike, 4.5% slope, that'll be fairly difficult, because I think it goes for about a kilometre. The Northern Rivers Rail Trail Tweed section, the northern section, runs from Murwillumbah station, so you can catch the train from the Gold Coast to Murwillumbah, or you can drive half an hour from the Gold Coast airport to Murwillumbah and travel south through the Burringbar range mountains to the town of Crabs Creek. Now, there's 4 access points along the way, so there is Murwillumbah train station itself, there's a small town called Stoker's Siding, there's Burringbar, and then there's Mooball, and Mooball is the most southern point where you can join the rail trail, and that's where I'll be joining it today. As I said, it's 24 kilometres long, and I'll be riding it up and back, so I'll be doing 48 kilometres. And the Mooball, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, the Mooball area where you join is actually 6 kilometres from the southern point. So the southern point, which I said is at Crabs Creek, is 6 kilometres further south. So I'll be heading north from Mooball, so north 18 kilometres, then back to Mooball, and then south 6 kilometres back to Mooball. The trail is 18 kilometres of hard-packed stone, so that'll be good to ride on with a cyclo-cross type bike. So I've got what looks like a road bike, with a curved handlebars, but it's a cyclo-cross bike. So it's got fatter tyres, a few other some sort of minor differences. And it's so 18 kilometres packed dirt and 6 kilometres sealed, generally through the small towns. It has on its route 26 bridges on the 24 kilometres. And of those 26 bridges, you cross 16 of them and you go around 10, so they're obviously in a state of disrepair. So I'm really looking forward to that, and looking forward to getting some good shots of that as well. The other exciting thing about it is there's 2 tunnels that you have to ride through. One is on the southern end, and it's only 50 metres long, so damn, not too exciting. The other one that goes through Burringbar Range mountain or hill is over 500 metres long. I think it's 524 metres long. And so I'm excited to be riding through such a long tunnel, and there are no lights in the tunnel. So you must carry a light with you to be able to enter the tunnel. So if you are bringing your own bike, if you're in the area and you think it just sounds like fun, and by the way, I'm going through a tunnel at the moment. I'm not sure if you can see anything on that one. If you think it'd be a fun idea to do this sort of ride while you're in the Northern Rivers area, so if you're staying in Byron or Ballina or Coolangatta, there are a lot of points on the route where you can hire bikes and you can hire e-bikes. And with a 4.5% slope, if you are not used to riding bikes, I'd suggest an e-bike is a great idea. In Mooball, where I'll be joining, there's a bike shop that hires bikes, and in Murwillumbah there's a number of bike shops that will hire bikes for you to use on the Northern Rivers Rail Trail. As I said, really excited about this. Next time I think I'll speak to you all, I'll be on my bike or about to get on my bike. So yeah, and it's, I don't know, 19 degrees, sunny, it's winter, life's good. Alright, see you later. Mooball station. I'm going to head north through Burringbar, through the tunnel, and up here through Stoker Siding, from Murwillumbah, and then back again. Then once I get back to here, I'll head south through the little Hulls Road tunnel, into the Tweed section, and then back to Mooball. There we go. So I'm all ready, got my gear on, and let's see how this goes. Northern Rivers Cycle and Bike Hire. Certainly no complaint about the surface. Just all very nice. Coming up to my first bridge crossing. Burringbar Creek, I just crossed. You can see the old metalwork and then this really new modern bit. It's all very nice. You come off the bridge and into the shade. Morning rooster. Definite rainforest feel. This is quite cool in here. Must be like 12, 13 degrees. A lot of walkers also can use this trail, so you can just use a section or the whole thing. You can also skateboard along the trail, and your scooter. You cannot use a motorised scooter, or in fact you can't use any motorised vehicles. Coming up to Burringbar. I just noticed the guy just looking up his tyres, so there's all sorts of facilities. And look how many cars are here. Where I got on at Mooball, there were no car parks available. I had to park in what basically amounts to an overflow car park just along the side of the road. So coming from Mooball, I've been on tarmac all the way just north of Burringbar. It's the first bit of the gravel. When I mention walkers, I should also mention runners. A few road crossings, but it's pretty quiet. So you just need to basically look out and you'll be fine. First bypass bridge. So So you see the old trestle bridge here. Oh, it's for sale. And we just ride down here. Greens, jams and lettuces. Well, they're obviously hoping that people coming off the rail trail. And another bridge. Ooh, 1.7 kilometres to the tunnel. So I'm heading up a slight incline, just enough to keep the legs rolling around towards the tunnel. What's his sign say? Caution. Ooh. Heading north from Mooball. This is my first little downhill section. You know what they say about downhill, always followed by an uphill, and that'd be why I'm going downhill. Another bridge we've bypassed. First day of the New South Wales school holidays, and we're halfway through the Queensland school holidays, so it's quite busy, which is good. This is rail trail parking, so this must be Stoker's siding, which looks like a great way to, or a great place to join the rail trail. Very quiet. Here's the siding. Stoker's Siding Station. Crossing. Cold drinks, hot coffee, ice cream, cakes, pastries, num bums. Good day for a little cafe. Told you scooters could come along here, but as you notice, we're on a bitumen section. Don't follow the train line. So at Stoker's Siding, still 8 k's to go to Murwillumbah, which means I've done just over 10. And it's not even a quarter of the way through yet. And legs are feeling it a bit, probably. If you're not in good shape, and I probably aren't, I haven't exercised much over the last few years, particularly during COVID. So if you're not in good shape, you probably want an e-bike. And in fact, if you want to really enjoy this, and you're not a mad cyclist, I think an e-bike would be the way to go. This is a nice long Tweed Section. Probably 8-10 metres up from the farmland around. Passing. Sorry, didn't mean to scare you. Thank you. Just had a guy pass me coming the other way on a, I don't know what you call it, a uni bike, a big fat wheeled e-bike sort of thing. So hopefully I'll pass him on the way back. I'll get a photo of it because he looked, well, it looked very cool. I don't want to do it, but it looked very cool. The whole way I've been saying Murwillumbah, and I'm actually at Murwillumbah. Hi Kai. Bike repairs. Nice. While I'm here, I'm just going to check the air in the tyres because I had the bike serviced the other day and I had to take the wheels off because I had to put on new brakes. And I think they may have let the air out of the tyres, so it's just a bit low. Thanks for that, Murwillumbah. Appreciate it. If you've noticed that conduit running next to us a fair bit, sorry it's out of view now, that's a source of electricity running from Queensland down into New South Wales, so I assume that's on the national grid. I appreciate local councils or state government building bridges, but that's one of the 26 bridges on this route, so they're not all huge. Just a bit of a traffic jam, major stopping point. Gun station. But when they've been able to use the existing bridges, it is impressive. Top up with food en route. Actually, former church. So I'm just coming into Stoker siding, and this is 8k south of Murwillumbah, and if you don't want to ride too far and just through the farmland etc, this would be a great turnaround point, or if you're part of like a couple and only one of you wants to ride, the other one could come here. I think there's art galleries here, but there's art galleries possibly at Burringbar too. Coming out of Stoker siding, can't do a bit of research, but I'm assuming a place like Stoker's siding would be where they would refill the steam trains with wood, or stoke, so they could stoke the fire and keep the trains going. Just guessing, but I will try and research that. Live music, Saturdays 5 till 8. Make a day of it. It looks like there's camping in there as well. What do we got for sale here? Is this your new home? Wouldn't be unhappy. Getting a bit of sweat going now. I'm sure you can't see it in this light. This incline. Yeah. It's getting your breathing a little bit more heavy. It's got to be good for you. 13k marker, so the tunnel should be soon. Just turn my light on and my rear light. There we go. Wait for these guys to go past. I can hear. Lights on. Done. Keep left and keep moving. Okay. Oh, hang on. One more thing. I just wanted to turn the light on the GoPro Media mod. 14k marker and I'm through the tunnel. Downhill. The bridge bypass. I've passed this one before. Right, so one thing I got wrong at the start, I must have a Mooball. I said 18k through Murwillumbah. I think I said Murwillumbah, but it's Murwillumbah. It's actually 21, so I've been to Murwillumbah and back, so it's 42 k's, and I'll just do the last 3 k's and then come back. Yeah, it's the bandstand, and then I might go over there to the Hotel Victory, because it will be a little victory. Right. Back at Mooball, so 2.8 k's to the end, and then I'll come back here. Singers and rolls at Crab Creek Store. Welcome. I think this might be the end, the southern end. Here's the 24-kilometre marker. And the sound of cars going past. Oh, nicely drowned out by this little cutting. End of the trail. Touch that. Brambles, train tracks. And another cutting. Oh, and a truck going over the top. That might be the end of the trail, but it's not the end of this ride. So now I've got to go back to Mooball. Just coming back through Crabs Creek Station. Again, look, oh, there's parking, picnic point. No bike repairs at Crabs Creek. Hopefully this is the last time climbing. I'm a bit tired. Anyway, this is a good sign. It's at the tunnel. Got the sun poking through again, just as I finish the ride. It's been really well worth it. If you want a bit of an adventure, you want to get your bike out or hire a bike, then I highly recommend the Northern Rivers Rail Trail. 48 kilometres end to end, but you could just ride from Murwillumbah to Stoker's Siding, which is 8 k's, and back 16. You could ride up and through the tunnel. It's probably about 25 there and back. The Moo Roadhouse with a Moo Roadhouse motorcycle. Isn't that cool? You could start at Burringbar up to Murwillumbah, 18 k's, 36 there and back, or you could do the full thing. Oh, sorry, you could start here at Mooball. This is about 21 k's to Murwillumbah, 42 k's there and back, or you could do the entire thing, which is like I've done. And there is the Hotel Victory. What better name is there for having completed this ride? I'm very happy with that. So that's the Northern Rivers Rail Trail done. Oh, there's the Moo Roadhouse motorbike, so you can see that. Yeah, that's done. So what did I think of it? Well, it was excellent, really worthwhile. I look forward to coming back this way and doing the southern section, particularly when the extension is completed by December 2024. So that'll make it a, I can't remember now, I'm tired, like a 39-kilometre I think section from Casino North. The good thing about this is how accessible it is. So it's 23 minutes from Byron, because I'm just going to head into Byron now, because I've never been to Byron, but that'll be exciting. It's 45 minutes from Ballina, I'm heading north, and from the Gold Coast it's about half an hour from Gold Coast Airport. So really is an accessible bike ride. It's just on my left now, I can actually see it. I think I'm coming up to the tunnel, so this hill, you can't see me going up a hill, but I'm going up a hill now, and the cycle path will go to the tunnel underneath me. Alright, so yeah, definitely worth it. It is uphill overall from the southern end to the northern end, so Murwillumbah might be the highest point, but it certainly felt like it was uphill more heading north than it was coming south. So that just might be something, you know, to keep in mind. Personally, I prefer to ride hard sections first and the easy sections second, so you know, come home with the wind or come home with the downhill. Yeah, that's just a little tip for you, but yeah, definitely worth it. Get your bike, hire an e-bike, fantastic for an e-bike, just fantastic for an e-bike, and get out and do the Northern Rivers Rail Trail. Right, that's it for now, I'll see you later.
I'm not heading for the stars, driving down the boulevard at night, playing Coldplay on repeat, watching people on the street as I go by.